Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Legendary Health. I wanted to pop on here and fermented foods and how our family stays healthy. So first of all, why? Why do we need to have a healthy gut? So there has been a ton of research done on the correlation between your gut and your brain. First of all, they say our gut is our second brain, and they actually think that it has more impact on our real brain than the other way around. They think that our gut tells our brain what to do instead of our brain telling our gut what to do. So they've found correlations between depression and where the gut is where your serotonin is made, anxiety, tons and tons of different disorders. I mean, autoimmune, all of that, because also your 80% of your immune system is found in your gut as well. So that's where you are going to get the power and what you need to fight off your diseases or sicknesses, as well as if your gut bacteria is out of whack, then you could have some autoimmune things going on as well, or allergies, or there's so much research out there. I'm not here to tell you about the research. I'm here to tell you it's out there and you can find it if you want to look for it. So that being said, how can we support ourselves on a daily basis and support our gut to live an optimal life, right? Well, this is what my family does. First of all, I don't want to tell you, we're not going to talk about restoring your gut after you've had antibiotics or after you've drinking non-filtered tap water, because that has chlorine and fluoride and stuff like that, and that's very detrimental to your gut. Eating GMO foods is detrimental to your gut. So basically, everyday life can be very detrimental to your gut bacteria. There are certain supplements that you can use to rebuild your gut, but we're going to talk about everyday gut health. So one of my favorites, I'm a big firm believer on get your nutrients from whole food, not from vitamins and from supplements. Get it from whole food sources. So one of my favorites, and while we're traveling, is called Inner Eco. This is something you can get at the store. It's fermented coconut water, and it has 7 different active cultures in it. All you have to do is take a tablespoon of it, and children even less. My girls love the flavor of this, so I don't have to worry about getting it in them. But if they didn't, I would put it into their smoothies in the morning, or if you give your children juice, you could put it in that as well, and they wouldn't be able to tell. So this is one good choice. A lot of people, when they think about probiotics, they're thinking yogurt, which is great. It can be, I should say. So we are plant-based in our family, and we don't eat milk, but I wanted to give you an example of something that's not so great. This Greek yogurt has okay ingredients in it, except it has a ton of sugar. It has over 36 grams of sugar per serving, which is very counterintuitive. And so it's not going to give you the benefits that you think that it is. A better option would be this cashew yogurt. It is absolutely delicious, and it only has 12 grams of sugar. It does have the same cultures as the other one, but a better choice would be to get plain yogurt, and then you could sweeten it with honey or maple syrup if you thought you needed to. So there are those options. Another one that I like to get from the store when we're not able to brew our own is kombucha. This is one of my favorite brands, and one of my favorite flavors is dragon fruit lemongrass. Again, it's from the store. It's not going to be the best ingredients, but it's better than nothing. When we can, we brew our own kombucha, which is right here, which unfortunately, one of the downfalls of brewing your own kombucha is fruit flies. So what happened here, we went on vacation and I came back and the fruit flies had gotten into it. So unfortunately, I have to throw all of this away, including the SCOBY in here, which a lot of people think this is a mushroom, but it's actually a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. That's what SCOBY stands for. So I'll have to get another SCOBY from my friend. You can get, you can get them in Facebook groups, friends. If you have natural-minded friends, they'd love to share SCOBY babies, or you can actually order them on Amazon too. We've traveled with ours to New Zealand and Australia. I just put it in a Ziploc bag. Customs didn't say anything. But we love having our own brewed kombucha. It costs maybe 25 cents a gallon to brew at home. And it's super easy. Like I said, it does take about 5 to 7 days to brew. And if you let it go longer, it will turn into vinegar, which is kombucha vinegar. You can use that if you use that vinegar in your hair or to make dressings, or it's very similar to apple cider vinegar. So if you drink apple cider vinegar in the morning, that would be another great choice. Actually, I think I'm going to do that next brew that I do. Instead of buying the apple cider vinegar, I think I'm going to start drinking kombucha vinegar. So on the next option is kimchi. This is another one I bought from the store. It's super easy when buying from the store. You can see. So kimchi is very similar to sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is just cabbage. Kimchi is different vegetables in it. This is a spicy one. They make non-spicy ones. All it is fermented vegetables. I have made this on my own. It's super easy. You just need a glass jar. You cut up vegetables and you put it in a salt brine and let it ferment on your counter for a few days. I've done that with, if I have an overflow of vegetables that I know I'm not going to be able to eat in time before they go bad, this is a great way, is to go ahead and ferment them. So with this for my girls, I will add this to soup after it's cooled down, or chop it up, because these are kind of big. I would chop it up really small and add it to quinoa, or you could add the juice in here to any of your dishes. If they don't like spicy, then just grab the non-spicy one and they wouldn't be able to taste it. All you need is like a tablespoon of this a day to help keep your good gut bacteria. And one that I am super excited to try, that I just started to ferment yesterday, is water kefir grains. So there are milk kefir grains out there, but like I mentioned, we don't do milk. And so I had been asking friends for some milk grains or for some water grains, but they said that you had to ferment them every other time in milk. And so I went online and found these. Actually, one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, a woman suggested these. So they're water kefir grains. I think I paid $10 for them. They look like this. And the cool thing that I'm super excited about is they only take 2 to 3 days to ferment. So you just add, and the fact that you can add coconut water or fruit juice or any sort of sugar water, which I did. They want brown sugar. I did coconut brown sugar. Again, coconut, brown sugar, and then you put the kefir grains in there. Took me less than 5 minutes, and you let it sit on your counter for 2 to 3 days. So I'm really excited to see how this tastes. What I will most likely do is do a second ferment. So you can pull out the grains. They're just in the little bag in here. You can pull out the grains in a mesh bag, I should say. And then you can add things like ginger or fruit, or you could add fruit juice, and you would let it sit out for an extra couple of days to flavor it. And that's where it gets super fun, and especially letting my girls pick their own flavors. And then when they pick their own flavors and they put it in to either the kombucha or the water kefir grains, then they are a heck of a lot more likely to drink it. So that's really fun. You can also do a second ferment with your kombucha. That's how they get the different flavors, is they do a second ferment. So that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments, if you want recipes. I also have a video on here on how to brew kombucha. We did that as a family. I can put that in the comments. And yeah, just let me know if you have any more questions, and make it a wonderful day, and we will see you all soon. Thanks again for joining.